What's up, everybody? This is Deon, the director, live and direct on Radio for the World, the first radio station to broadcast live audio and video to Facebook at facebook.com/Radio for the World. Also, check out our main website, www.radiofortheworld.com. Today we're here with a special guest, LaDy-SN3AK. Is that correct?
Yeah, what's popping?
LaDy-SN3AK in the building. Hook up from Miles from the Bay, my cousin. Yep, iRap World. Been doing that for a long time. We've been pushing that for a long time.
Yeah, LG.
Yeah, shout out to LG from the Bay for the hookup with the interview with LaDy-SN3AK. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? I go by the name of LaDy-SN3AK. I'm a singer, songwriter, rapper, event producer, educator, just creative, all around creative. Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here with Deon.
Dope.
Let's rap.
Let's get into it. So tell us a little bit about one of the questions I like to ask when I talk to people who are, who do a large percentage of their music. A lot of people just rap, but you seem to do a lot of it. So tell us a little bit about the process of making the music for you.
Ooh. The process of making music for me, how does music come to me? It's I'm sleeping and I'm in a dream, and all of a sudden there's this melody in my head, and I'm just and I can't stop in the middle of my sleep, and I wake up and I record whatever I'm humming.
Okay.
And then I go back to sleep. Or sometimes I get words, or sometimes I get full songs. So I just wake up and just write it all down or record myself.
Nice.
And then when I get a chance to get in the studio, then I'll finish it.
So the music doesn't always come first. Sometimes the lyrics will come first, and then you make the music later, or sometimes the music comes later, and then you add the lyrics.
Yeah. Most of the time, the lyrics come to me first, and then I go make the beat with someone.
Mm-hmm. So you custom make the beat for the lyrics that you wrote.
Exactly.
Sick.
And it's me literally humming like a whole like tune, and then like I'll play a couple of notes on the piano, and I'll say, hey, this is the melody, this is where I'm at, and then we'll recreate it.
How many instruments do you play?
I play drums and I play a little bit of piano. I'm not great. I should practice more.
We all should. We should all practice
play,
more at the things we do. So don't worry.
But I play enough to write, my songs.
Nice. Yeah, I tried to learn piano. It's a difficult instrument to learn. I tried to learn it back in the day, but I ended up learning violin and then giving that up too. So learning instruments is hard. So don't beat yourself too much.
I would love to play a different type of, I guess, string instrument. That'd be. Man, I started learning the bass once and guitar. Yeah,
it's actually, I feel like, I don't know.
Be all crap, man.
Right. I feel like those are easier instruments than the piano. The piano,
you think so?
I do. For some reason, the piano just was very difficult for me personally.
Yeah, I
feel like a guitar was. Even though I don't know how to play any of them well, I felt like when I was learning them, those were easier to learn if I would have stuck to it. Where piano, you gotta. I feel like piano, you gotta have a certain skill for it.
Maybe.
See, you seem to have it though.
Yeah, like I could listen to the radio right now and know where they're, like I can find it on the piano. I can find the chords, I can find the notes. But again, I don't practice enough to be able to like play it full out, right? Not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
You will. I'm sure. So tell me a little bit more about the music making process, like details, like when you're in the studio, when maybe you have the lyrics already and you're making the beat. How does that process go? Are you working alone or are you working with other producers?
Right. 100% of the time, if I'm in the studio, I have the lyrics. If I'm going by myself, right? If this is me, I booked the session, I'm going to the studio, I have the lyrics 100%. I'm ready. I'm not. I don't go in the studio
to write
it. I don't waste time. I'm making a beat, or I'm you know what I'm saying. I'm recording the songs, and I'm working with another an engineer and a producer. And I probably have sent him or her multiple messages through the week, like, hey, I'm gonna see you on Friday. This is what we're working on. Probably two to three songs. And they know exactly what we're gonna do,
right?
And we start there. I mean,
dope. Do you have like any rituals or anything that you do every time you go into the studio before you go into the booth or like that? Like some people tell me it's weed or something like that, or like they play candles and stuff. I've heard a lot of crazy things, so that's why I asked.
Interesting. I mean, on my way to the lab, I pray. I thank God for the lyrics that He's given me, and just the music in general, and just the opportunity to record it. And then, I start the session off, because most producers will ask, like, is there a certain vibe you want to go with? And so sometimes I come ready with, like, okay, these are 2 or 3 songs that I feel like I wanted to kind of model after, or something we could kind of vibe to. But for the most part, I'm ready to go. If they ask me questions like that, then I could say, like, okay, maybe something like this, or like if we're in the thick of making this specific beat and it's not coming out the way I want it, then I could go find like something like, hey, this is kind of the tempo that I need it to be. This is like, I want drums like this, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a fun studio. That I love that answer, because I've heard a lot of different answers and some original stuff, but that's probably the first time that I've heard someone say that they actually are praying and thankful for the lyrics coming to them.
Oh yeah,
that's probably a first for me. I have to check the archives, but I don't think I've heard that before. That's a great answer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, are you a spiritual person? Is that something that comes naturally to you?
Absolutely. I mean, since I was a kid, I grew up going to church with my parents, and on both sides, my mom's parents were pastor and wife, and then my dad's parents were pastor and wife, and now my mom and my stepdad are pastor and wife.
Right.
So I mean, it comes with the the territory for sure. But I mean, growing up, I had to build my own relationship and go through my own journey in life and figure out what that meant to me.
Right.
And so yeah, like I have my, I pray every day, and I thank God every day for everything that I'm able to do.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope for sure.
For sure.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about your music. Tell me about a couple of the tracks that we have here lined up.
Ooh, okay. So you have one, Uckin' with the Realest, which is the first song that I ever put out. This was like 2018, something like that.
Okay. You've been doing it for a minute then.
Yeah. And what's funny is it is really called Uckin' with the Realest, like no F.
No, right.
And I don't curse in any of my music. Which I feel I've gone through a lot of adversity because of that, but it is what it is.
Right.
And I mean,
what do you mean by that? Tell us a little more about that.
I mean, there's a lot of I won't just say like my friends, but like just a lot of the music that comes out, the music that plays on the radio.
Right.
Like you're gonna hear all the profanity
right.
in the music,
right.
and for me it's like I could spit anything.
Right.
I could rap about anything, and I don't have to use a curse word to do it.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
But this was the first song that I put out, and I don't know, for some reason I thought I was being clever by dropping the F, and it was fun. It has a good vibe, good, but yeah.
Okay. All right, let's jump into this track. Let's hear it right now, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, sneak. Look, see, babe, know that's me. Join at the heart. No make-believe, a fairy tale fantasy. We really live it, more than a dream. We do things, the forbidden. Hauled off on a lame one. Broke a hand, save one. My new, I claim one. Only with one, that's that ish I talk, that fame one. Live life like I'm famous. Grass green on my side, that's our side. Since day one, we been on a high rise. The fly guy, the right high. I know drugs, I love Jones, oh, for show. You call me up, I'm gon' go. Love me all the way up. We stay up, watching movies, Netflix, and fill up on another level, that's real. Pretty face to come up, a good steal. With your chest up, we be blessed up, love.
Rolling on the river, gold, rock, and silver. Fucking with the realest, you don't have no business. Our relationship, no limits. All up in the bedroom with the illest feelings. Rolling on the river, gold, rock, and silver. Fucking with the realest, you don't have no business. Our relationship, no limits. All up in the bedroom with the illest feelings.
Everything we do, we act a fool. Baby, me and you do what it do. Good vibes, good feelings, all boom. Keep me tuned in, we going loom. Take me to the moon, I'm in the mood. Baby, see you can't approve. Putting in work, a good hurt, dude. We got the moves, I'ma make a move to make you move. I always be a #1 fan, I always will be. No matter what the future holds, I'm always in deep. People tryna block us, get in the way of what we got, but they'll never top us. We rock us, all I see is us on a pedestal. Nobody else can up with you. Baby, you are me and I am you. Can't be upping with the realest. They see I'm yours and you are mine. Now it's our time, we can go more than one night. That's right.
Rolling on the river, gold, rock, and silver. Fucking with the realest, you are no business. Our relationship, no limits. All up in the bedroom with the illest feelings. Rolling on the river, gold, rock, and silver. Fucking with the realest, you are no business. Our relationship, no limits. All up in the bedroom with the illest feelings.
All right, we back here live on Radio for the World. I am Deon, the director, and you are listening to Radio for the World. And we just got through hearing "Uckin' with the Realest" by LaDy-SN3AK.
Yeah.
And that I really love what you did with the music. I'm not really a producer at all, but I know when the music is right. And most of the time I'm telling people like, man, that's got to be mixed and mastered. It's not level right. It all sounds really good. It seems like you really put a lot of time and effort into your music and appreciate music. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it hearing, and they can tell that you put a lot of work into it. So
Thank you.
that's dope. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about you. You were telling me a little bit off air before we started that you've been doing music for a long time. So tell me about the origins of LaDy-SN3AK.
Yeah, word. Yeah, growing up, I mentioned my parents already, but my dad is a overall musician. Like he plays the guitar, the organ, the drums, the piano, trumpet, violin. Like
Wow,
this
okay.
guy, like, yeah, he taught me and my siblings a lot of this stuff. And then my mom, she's a singer, and so and my grandmother and just like so many singers in my family. So I just grew up around music and in the church and singing with my family and then singing in the choirs and then going to school. I would sing in the choir at school and get the solos and things like that. So just classically trained through elementary school, through middle school, through high school, through college. So I actually toured singing classical music for a while. But when I was so I used to write songs and, write it down in this notebook, and I would write poetry and things like that. And I would perform it for my family. And one day I'm 12. My mom's like, don't sound like you're doing poetry. Sound like you rapping.
Nice.
And so I kind of took that and ran with it.
Encouraging.
Yeah, no, for sure. And so I started kind of practicing. Like, okay, maybe I am rapping. Okay, cool. That's cool.
Right.
And then got a little older, and I was like, Mom, I want to sing R&B. She said, okay.
Oh, nice.
And just went from there, and I started writing my own. I did some covers, got some shows, did that. I toured with this artist who was pretty big in Korea at the time, but I did a couple songs with her.
Oh, that's dope. Some
Yeah.
expansion.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, and ever since then, I write my own music, I produce and, all that stuff.
Are you producing for other people or writing for other people as well, or strictly for yourself?
I do like vocal arrangements with other folks. I write with other folks. It's been a while since I've been in the space writing for other people, but I'm definitely open to it. I work with youth all the time who I'll write for, or help them with artist development or their vocals and things like that. But yeah.
So you were saying that sometimes you'll be thinking about lyrics or whatever, and you'll just start writing them. Because I write poetry as well. So is the music writing process the same as poetry, where does it just flow out, or are you writing one line and then going back to that later while you wrote how does that work?
Oh, if you could go through my phone and my notebooks, oh my goodness. like the amount of voice memos and the amount of like just notes that
Right.
sometimes I go back to like, oh, this was kind of cool. Like I could
Right.
like, and then sometimes like if I'm in the studio with my friends and they're like, oh, sneak it on this song with me or something like that, I'll go through the notebook,
Right, and just
I'll
start
be
putting
like,
stuff together.
oh, okay, like or
Okay.
and I'll put it together. But for the most part, I think poetry is a little bit different than my songwriting process because if I'm writing a poem, I'll probably sit there and write it.
Right.
Like I'll just complete like, oh, this is what's on my mind, and I'll
Right.
just go through it. But often when I'm writing a song, it comes from something. Like there's either, like I said, I was asleep in my dream or something like that, or I'm on the road and like one line will come to me. I'll record that later on. I'll keep kind of like singing or humming a melody, and then like more words will come to me. So I think my songs come to me in more of like spurts throughout the day or throughout the week, and a poem will come to me like I'll just like sit there and write it out.
That's interesting.
But also I'll say this. I could write for a long time. I would write like verse and a hook and be like, well, that's great. What about the rest of the song?
Yeah.
Like, and I'll be like, dang, I really like this. And I can't force it. It's like, all right, well.
That's also interesting. It would seem like once you get the hook and the chorus, the rest of it,
like
you're
the
just
second
writing to
verse.
that, right?
You would think sometimes, like, it hasn't been like this lately.
Right.
But there were times where I'd be like, dang, I still don't have a second verse for that
Right.
song. I don't know why.
Is it writer's block, or is it just you haven't got the inspiration for it?
I think it's just I hadn't got the inspiration.
Do you deal with
for it.
writer's block at all?
Not really.
No.
I would say, ooh, you just brought up another point. Just because, so I've recorded an entire album.
Okay.
There's about 13 songs. There's an interlude, outro, and intro, outro, interlude. Like I'm like back in the day, right? Like it's a full vibe. And I did this like 3 years ago,
Okay.
right? And it's
Okay.
not out. Nobody's
What?
heard all the music. What the heck is going on, right? So many things have transpired because of that, but we're back. Hopefully by the end of the year
Right.
you'll get this album. But the thing is, I've like tried to go re-record it, like with like other producers, try to remake the beats. Like I've done all these different things, right? And I haven't really been able to write anything else
Right.
because I want so bad to put this music
Right.
out.
I got you.
So I don't think I don't really get writer's block, right? Like
Right.
I could go to the studio with anybody
Right,
right now and just like, okay, you need a verse, cool,
Right.
done,
Right.
right? But like for myself, I don't know. I
I'm
can't.
I'm not making nothing else until I get this out.
Get this out. I want it out so bad.
Got
And I'm
you. I
just
got
like,
you.
I'm just waiting on God,
Right. Right. The patience. You got to have that patience. All right. So we've covered the writing process, and I guess there's not really much to compare the music, the production side, but like, and I'm not really experiencing this, so I can't really ask you a detailed question about it. But how does that process have any change now that you're learning it more versus when you first started doing it?
The process of like making the beats.
Yeah,
for
the
my
actual
music.
beats, the actual all the production side of it.
So I really like working with producers who know how to play the instrument. Like they know how to play piano,
Right.
To some degree. Like they really know how to play, whether they grew up playing in church or they learned at school. I really like working with producers like that because they know they hear a little bit differently.
Right.
It's not just like, oh, this sounds good, which that's fine too. You know what I mean? Like people can play a couple of notes and then add some drums to it. And
Right.
sometimes those are the best beats. Sometimes that is, the case. But for me, like I really like those melodic sounds, and I like to be able to harmonize and like, layer my vocals in a certain way. And so I like for the music to be, I don't want to say secondary or background, but like something like that. I like it to accompany me, not just be like the main part of the song,
Right.
which is how a lot of music is today. But I'm different, and I like that about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I can appreciate the way that you talk about music. You have like even with the words that you're using and the way you talk about music, like the layering of music. It's refreshing to hear any artist say it, and then to hear you say it, seemingly to be so young, if I can assume your age. That it's amazing that you have that at such a young age. So is that from the research and the work that you've been putting into it, or have you gone to school for it?
All of the above.
Okay.
I did go to school. Like I said, I had classically trained.
Right, yeah.
Through high school, through college, everything. And then my dad, I learned from him
Right.
growing up. I couldn't get away from music.
Right, okay.
I'd
you
be
did
asleep
say.
on the front row at the church,
Right,
as a
right.
little kid,
Music is
music
everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so what about with your music now? Are your father and other family members you mentioned make music? Are they part of the process at all? Are they? Have you gotten any tracks from your dad yet?
Nope.
No, not yet.
Growing
He will.
up-
He will.
Growing up, my dad and my brother, they used to play as a band with me. In like certain settings, certain shows.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
My brother actually, after moving forward from working with my dad in that way, my brother actually played with my band for a while, but he's so busy. He's a drummer. He's super awesome, right?
Okay.
He plays for a bunch of churches, a bunch of
Okay.
other bands. He has his own music, so he don't really have
He's
time.
really-
I don't know what's wrong.
Come on, bro, hook her out. Nah, he will.
Tommy Guns, y'all check him out.
Dope. Okay. So, what about friends and other stuff? Like, since you've been doing music so long, do you have other like people in your life that are also aspiring artists, or is it just a goal that you're focused on?
Oh man, I have so many artist
I
friends.
would think so. That
I
was
have
just
so
I didn't want to
many
assume
artist
so, but I would think
Yeah.
so.
Man. And like, there's a few like ladies I've reached out to recently where I'm like, yo, let's just do. I just want to do a bunch of EPs. Like I do
Right.
one with you. Maybe we do like 3-4 songs. Or do one with you. We do like 3-4 songs.
Right.
I just bring this like queen energy.
Dope.
And it all be different because we're all different types of artists, right? And like we
Right.
just like sit in a booth and like just like vibe together. Man, that's where I'm at. That's what I want to do. for sure.
I'm really into the lyrics of music when I listen to. I mean, I like the beats and everything too, and really into that as well. But I really am into the lyrics. So, and then I just what we've talked about so far, and then with you with not cursing, do you find any adversity trying to find subjects to talk about, or able to talk about them without cursing? Like how? Like, tell me more about that. Like that.
Right. No. The issue is people think that. People
Right.
think that, oh man, Sneak don't curse in her music. I don't think I could do a song with her, or like, I don't know. For me, I'm like, I'm so creative. I'm like,
Right.
I don't have to use the curse word. Like,
So
use
it's
my
not even really a
vocabulary.
conscious decision. It's just you choosing to.
It just, I mean, honestly, this is just how I grew up. Like, but I just chose to stick with it, right?
Gotcha.
But also, like, I have suggestive music, but I don't
Right.
have to, like the last song. It has
Right,
some,
yeah, I
some
heard it,
stuff
I
in
heard it,
there.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I heard it.
And I have some other music, like
Right.
on my album where it's like, baby, feel the fire, like
Right.
I'm, you know what I mean? But I don't have to say the F's, the B's, and
Right.
all that stuff.
Of
But
course.
you know what I'm talking
Right,
about.
I do.
You
For
know
sure.
what I
I do. When I hear it, and we know what you're talking about. But yeah,
And then but like you said, like you're into the lyrics. I'm super into the lyrics as well, and that's why I said I like the music to be like
right.
like
To fit
accompany
it,
me.
to fit it, right, yeah.
not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like be the main.
Well, with poetry, like I said, I also write poetry. But with poetry, you don't really have to worry about the music. It's more about the cadence. You become the music. The way you recite it, you become
Yup.
the music. So.
I
Yeah.
just can't wait for the world to hear some of these songs, man. I'm just like,
I'm too scared. Like I've written a book, but I'm too scared to go and perform. I don't know why. I hate the sound of everyone else. I'm sure they hate the sound of their own voice. So it's always hard.
I tell people all the time, record yourself on your own and just like play it back
Right.
multiple times. Just
I always
keep listening.
I always feel like I sound corny when I don't know. Forget it. But anyway.
You gotta get used to it.
Nah, I couldn't. It's
You
way too
can't.
late now. It's like I
It's
don't even want to
not.
make music now. But
Oh my gosh.
I don't have the passion anymore.
I get it.
Yeah. I do other stuff. And then plus I like promoting other artists. That's where my passion is now, to see
We
other growth of,
appreciate
yeah, for sure. To see the growth of other artists. That's why I do this. Radio for the World is a radio station that's geared towards independent artists. We play independent artists from all over the world. So if you want your music played, you can send it to radiofortheworld@gmail.com in MP3 format, and one of the DJs will pick it up and play it on their show if it fits their format. That's just pretty much how we work.
That's dope. What so it doesn't matter the genre?
No, like I said, the DJ, we have DJs that play all different types of genres of music, so they'll pick it up if it fits their program.
Man,
so,
I'm telling you, I got like on this album, you'll hear like what people call pop music or like dubstep type, like feel good music. And for me, I like to go with, I think my album is a soul pop album. Right, because I'm a soulful singer. Right, you know, I mostly sing R&B, but like I've changed it up a little bit, right, from the music that you all will hear today. Right. But man,
speaking of that, let's get into another track, and then we'll come right back.
Yo, what's up, y'all? So my friends and I had planned to meet up for a photo shoot, and as I was walking up, I seen one of my friends dancing in the grass. Now she was practicing for a show and wasn't going to be staying, so we chopped it up for a bit. She was stunned to see me in my heels. I was like, yeah, I know. I've been trying to switch it up. People like seeing me in makeup and heels, but, you know, I'd rather wear my sneaks. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to wear when the rest of my homies arrived. She was like, just do what feels good. You're fly either way. You're just as pretty in your sneakers as you are in your heels. I suppose she's right. It's something I embody. I'm a boss. So we hugged, and I had something to think about. And as I was walking, I was just over these shoes. They hurt my feet. But seriously, like, let me get my sneakers on. This ain't working out.
Yup. Okay, look. Yeah. Been right since I could write, rapping since adolescence. Cut a lot of people off and learned a whole lot of lessons. Got a circle of friends that hold me up, got my back, my front. Yo, we stay tough, I'm a diamond in the rough. Situation in the wilderness, steady. Contemplating like, gotta get this money, then let's roll out to Vegas, my last boo. Really testing my patience, we can't even be partners. Y'all really like them, I can't have no ties. Bruh, I got options, all these females watching how I handle my team. We all out here, we stay getting this green. Out here with real jobs, careers and whatnot. Been passed under the table, busting bands from them knots. Had to try to get my life right, wasn't ready for nothing. Them fools ain't loyal, I give love beyond the soil. Soon as something get right, I'm on that first thing pushing. You know I got the good, you looking forward till I prove it. Hope it's soonish before I be too big. Life is too short, so you better move quick.
It's me, LaDy-SN3AK. I like to wear sneaks. My eyebrows on fleek. You should see my physique.
I'm so thick, I'm so pretty. I'm a boss and I still get gritty.
It's me, LaDy-SN3AK. I like to wear sneaks. My eyebrows on fleek. You should see my physique.
I'm so thick, I'm so pretty. I'm a boss and I still get gritty. Focus on the mission, man, you know what the deal is. Taking care of mine so I can go and fulfill it. Daddy had it poppin' when I was a little kid. Music on our minds, I'm with the business. Goal set, money check, so blessed, little flex. I'm yes, who's next? Build up the set. If you ain't building me, moving on to the next. I'ma be ballin' while y'all still starting off little check. It's me, the one they call sneaks. My feet be on fleek, not many on my team. Focus on me, the one in your dreams. Leave you on steam, I'm shining like beam. Get to know me, I'm on the scene. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yeah, that's on me, the honey you need. I am protected by the Most High, please believe.
It's me, LaDy-SN3AK. I like to wear sneaks. My eyebrows on fleek. You should see my physique.
I'm so thick, I'm so pretty. I'm a boss and I still get gritty.
It's me, LaDy-SN3AK. I like to wear sneaks. My eyebrows on fleek. You should see my physique.
I'm so thick, I'm so pretty. I'm a boss and I still get gritty.
All right, all right. Welcome back, everybody. This is Deon, the director, live on Radio for the World. That was LaDy-SN3AK in the building. It's nice to have you here. Like I said, I appreciate the way you talk about music, the way you make your music. I can tell because I've been doing this for so long, and I've dealt with so many independent artists, and there's always the lack of quality isn't always the lyrics or the beat. It's the mixing and mastering. It's the way they put it together. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate the way you put your music together. Even your music video was clean. It looked like you guys were having a lot of fun.
Thank you, man.
So tell me about that music video making process.
Man.
You said you directed it as well?
Yeah, I directed it. I storyboarded it. I put it all together. So basically, for a while, I was like, man, like, even though I put this song out a long time ago, this is the song where I'm telling my story. I don't have any music videos out. I don't have, my album out yet. So I need to do something. I need more content. I need, videos. People ask me all the time, why don't you have any videos?
Right.
Like, that's weird. You're an artist and you've been an artist and you perform all the time and we want to see more of you. So, I met up with a couple friends. One of them happened to be, photographer, videographer, and he was like, let's shoot a video. And I was like, let's do that, And so I wrote it all out. We talked about it. I said, this is what I want to do. I just want to find a location that, like an open location, maybe near some water. And I'm like, I want something like with a lot of graffiti around. I'm like,
the building was dope.
Yeah,
like
you know what I'm
place
saying?
to film.
And so, a few folks sent me like locations, and that's just where I ended up. But
you brought the props and stuff like the chair and stuff, or that was all set
I
up?
brought that.
That's
I brought
dope.
that.
Dope.
I brought
yeah,
that.
okay.
And then I had on 707 supply gear. I'm from Oakland, but 707 sponsored the clothing for me. So I'm stunning.
Vallejo, Bay Area.
Yeah, exactly. Which is super dope. And then 41510, that was the that white shirt I had on with the it had black writing, black and red writing on it. So it was a picture of me, and it said, "Goal set, money check, so blessed, Lil Flex, I'm yes, who's next? Build up the set."
Dope.
And so that there's lyrics in my second
song.
verse.
Yeah.
And so he put that on the shirt, and I wore it in the video.
Dope.
So 41510 brand, also a brand in the Bay Area.
Right. Yeah. It's because San Francisco and Oakland.
Yeah.
415 and 510.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's my boy Trav Lyrics. He's also a rapper. Been in the game for a minute. I think he goes by Black Ice. Y'all could check him out.
Black Ice, I will check that out.
Yeah. So it was a process. So literally, let's say last week I'm like, okay, we're gonna shoot a video. The next week I'm like, let me message all my friends. Hey guys, I put it in my note. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna shoot a video soon. Tap in with me if you're interested in being in it. And like all these people were like, hey, what's up? I'm like, where's video gonna be at? Like, how can I support?
Right.
And so I just made a group chat and put everybody in it that said they wanted to be a part of it. And you seen who showed up, and that was dope. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's how that went.
That's dope, man. I love the process. I love what you're doing. I want to encourage you to keep it going because you got super talent, and the world needs to see what you're doing.
Thank you, man.
No problem. So, give out your social medias and where can people find your music and everything like that.
100. You can find me on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, like all the major platforms.
Everywhere.
Tidal. My website is www.LaDy-SN3AK.com, LaDy-SN3AK.com. My Instagram is @official LaDy-SN3AK, official LaDy-SN3AK. I started I'm calling it a franchise.
Nice.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
called Raise the Bay in Her Voice, and my page Raise the Bay and Beyond, because we're like Raise the Bay in his voice, Raise the Bay in her voice, and then him, and then there's one more thing. Let me see. I have a flyer.
Nice.
What did I say? Oh yeah. So and beyond. So basically, Raise the Bay in her voice. I started over like 9 years ago, something like that, and it was just bringing women together for Women's History Month,
Dope. Yeah.
and women who sing, women who rap, women who are entrepreneurs, and so I would have a bunch of vendors around the building,
Sick.
and then it kind of
Where's
morphed.
this at?
So I do it in the Bay Area.
Uh-huh.
It used to be held in Berkeley. I started doing it in Oakland and just finding different venues to
Okay.
kind of house this
Right.
event. But it has morphed into something else because it used to just be like performance and then, the
Right.
vendors, right? And now it's more of like, live podcast, conference, women in their healing era, women who are on their road to wealth.
Right.
So I've been like partnering with different groups of,
Right.
of women who are doing exceptional things in the community,
Sick.
right? And so this year in particular, we did Raise the Bay in Her Voice in March, and from that, because we got so much feedback, so much great feedback, and all of the women were saying, "Hey, like, how do we connect with you
Right.
more throughout the year?" And
Right.
so now we have monthly activations. For the month of April, we did a hike. We just started our business boot camp started today, so that's going all the way through May. And then we did a thing called Network Eat and Chill, and so I found a location in Oakland. It's a co-working space. It's also a thrift store. Just a place where you can come and just get your mind together. It's a really beautiful space. And so, people come in there and just have a good time. So Network Eat and Chill is the opportunity to pitch who you are, what you do, how others can support you. And then we shoot some content behind it.
Sick. That's
So
dope.
yeah,
idea.
man. And so
Sick
that,
idea.
we do things that's open for everybody as
Right.
well, right? It's not, like I said, it's not just her voice, it's his voice,
Right.
and beyond. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Dope. Keep it up. We're gonna put the flyer up. I'll scan it if I can. You gotta actually. Can I keep this one or you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
give me
I'll
some.
scan it and put it up.
For sure.
Nice. This is dope. What else are you doing? Shout out to LG from the Bay. He stay working with artists that's doing so much, so super talented. Yeah, I'll post them out on the front. And then we also got a venue here. Check out Utopia. Before you leave, I'll show you around real quick. Maybe might be a place that will host the event one time.
Okay, for sure.
Get you
Yeah.
out here.
Thank you.
That'll be dope.
That would be amazing.
For sure. Let's make it happen. All right. So at the end of every interview, one of the things, there's a couple of set questions, like the question about the music making process. I love hearing the different ways people interact with producers in the studio or do their own productions. So that some of those are questions that I ask all the artists. And one at the end that I like to ask, is there any question that you want to ask, you want to answer during an interview that they never ask you? Is there something that you want to let the people know that's never a question that's never asked by the interviewer?
That's a really good question.
Thank you. It leaves it open for me. It actually makes my job easier. It's like, what do you want to say that the people who are interviewing you never ask you?
Sheesh. Like, what comes to mind right away is, like, are there any, like, limits to the, like, music?
That's actually a really good question. I'll add that to my list of questions, because that's a good question. Some people might think so.
Yeah, and for me, it's like yes and no,
Right.
just because, so, like, people think, because, like I said before, like, they curse in their music or something like that I won't be on the song or something
Right.
like that. And that's not the case. I don't have to say it,
Okay.
right? That's
Right.
not the case. I want to do music that feels good, that feeds the soul, that uplifts, right? And
Right.
and that could be my motive and everything that I put out on, on my end. And for you, maybe it's just like, maybe you want to do club music. And I'm into that too. I like to go out, I like to have fun.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so let's do it, and let's do it great. Let's do a great job at it. I'm not really into the whole, like, I don't want to, like, belittle or downplay, like, women or whatever,
Right.
I want to uplift. But at the same time, like I said, like, some music is, if it's just like we having fun, we having a good time, we out, we going to the function, the club or whatever, like I'm down. Let's do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's been great talking to you, LaDy-SN3AK. I look forward to hearing more of your music. I'm definitely going to research you. I'm going to add you to my playlist here on Radio for the World. So if you want to hear more, make sure you tune into my shows because I will be taking time to play more of LaDy-SN3AK on my show. You made it to my playlist. That's for sure.
Man. I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate you for making the music.
Deon, the director, man. Yeah. Shout out to LG from the Bay.
That's right.
If I can, shout out to Real Entertainment. Shout out Candace Newman. Shout out to LA. I love y'all.
Shout out everybody that's
know
supporting LaDy-SN3AK. Keep it up
Shout
because you got
team.
talent. Yeah, shout out the team. You got some talent you working with.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you for stopping by. I definitely look forward to having you more on the shows as you make more stuff and you want to promote it. Definitely come out here and let us support you.
Mama!
This your house. This your house. All right. Thank you guys, everybody, for listening to Radio for the World. I'm Deon, the director. We out. Peace.